Welcome to this course on Account for Illiterate Person. Click Begin to start. At the end of this topic, you will be able to understand the procedure to open an account for a literate person in the bank. Hamad is a valuable customer in a bank. He wants to create bank accounts for his illiterate parents. So, he takes his parents along with him to the bank to know the procedure for opening the savings account.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Aslam. My parents have come to open their accounts in your bank.
They are most welcome. My name is Aslam, and I am at your service. It is an honor to meet Hamad's parents. He is a valued customer, and we have accounts of his wife and children in our bank also.
Thank you for the kind words, Aslam. Let me tell you at the outset that both of them can't read and write.
No problem. We will open savings accounts for them. We will obtain their photos for identification on future occasions, and they can operate their accounts through their right thumb impression.
Also, you can see that my mother wears the veil, and on religious grounds she wouldn't like to be identified by her photo every time she comes to the bank.
Hamad, I understand the sensitivities in this regard, and I respect her point of view. Our procedures take care of these sensitive matters adequately.
How is that?
Well, at the time of opening her account, we would take her photos without the veil. These photos would be scanned in the system. Anytime she comes to the bank after her account is opened, 2 female staff of the bank would take her to a secluded place, where she can remove the veil, and be identified by the female staff in privacy. She can then put back her veil, and would be served according to bank's policy regarding illiterate accounts.
Mama, are you satisfied with this procedure?
Yes, it is okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
I am so glad you have taken it so positively. Hamad, let me tell you about the account opening of such accounts. Hamad, such accounts are considered very sensitive by banks. Because illiterate account holders don't understand what is written in the forms and applications on which they put their thumb impressions. It is possible that some unscrupulous person might try to cheat them.
So true.
Even otherwise, they might not be comfortable affixing their thumb impression on papers when they have no idea what is written on them.
This is so true. I am always scared at the time of affixing my thumb impression.
So, banks have designed their procedures in such a way that the interests of illiterate customers are safeguarded at every step.
What are those steps?
Sir, our procedure starts at the time of account opening. The person wishing to open an account is asked to bring a literate person they trust along with them when they come to open their account. This literate person should read the account opening form and its terms and conditions to the illiterate person, so that they are satisfied that bank staff haven't left out any important or sensitive point.
Okay. What if someone tries to cheat me on some future visit to the bank?
This is a very valid point, Mama. Banks have made this policy that the illiterate account holder needs to visit the bank in person in order to perform any banking transaction. Once they are in the bank, they will not sit with some staff member they know, who would perform the transaction for them. They need to go to the person who will actually perform the transaction they wish to perform.
Why is that?
So that the staff member they are sitting with doesn't betray their trust and cheat them. You see, others would not have heard what the account holder has told that staff member. They can misrepresent the customer's requirement to the staff member who would perform the transaction and thus cheat them.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, as I said, the account holder has to go to the person who would perform the transaction, and their 2 staff members will act as witnesses to the transaction. The account holder has to state their requirement to the person, and affix their thumb impression in the presence of the 2 staff members acting as witnesses. They have to sign on the application as witnesses, and then an officer has to countersign before the transaction is carried out. As an added precaution, the officer countersigning the transaction should also verbally confirm the details of the transaction before authorizing it.
This is good.
We are satisfied with the precautions outlined by you. You can go ahead and open our accounts.
Yes, we are satisfied.
Let's quickly check what you have learned so far. Here is a recap of what we have discussed in this course. The specific procedures followed for creating illiterate accounts. For women customers, secluded places allotted with 2 women staffs to identify them without veil. The appointed bank officer will process the transactions with the customer's thumb impression. The bank has secured process for proceeding bank transactions with the signature proofs of 2 witnesses, and countersignature of an authorized bank officer.